but yeah, we finished the lease. We decided not to renew the lease
Why?
because they late rent. Let's just put it out there.
Mm.
Our expectation is that we get rent on time. It's a very clear expectation. It was outlined in the lease. We did to make sure we did make sure that we really went through the lease and made sure that everything that we wanted to set as expectations was in the lease.
Mm. Over 50% of Black Americans are unmarried, and only 2% of Black families in America have a net worth over $1 million.
We are on our journey to not only join that 2%, but grow that 2%.
Facts. I'm Devon Truvel, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game, with my beautiful co-host.
I'm Sinclair, aka the Health Nerd. You can go to our website at them4show.com, our Instagram at them4show, and our YouTube channel at Melanated Married Millionaires in the Making.
And welcome to the M4 Show.
Long story short, we're now renting out of the condo that we first purchased. And so we've got this last year, we got our first experience with being like landlords, if you will. And we did make the decision to act as property managers as well for this first property, because we want to get the experience, right? It's easy to pass something off and not have any experience into it, but I feel like you have another level of respect and expectations that you can pass on when we do get to the point that we want to, hire a property manager, because we know what it because we know what it takes.
Yes, ma'am.
So long story short, we, have to find the tenants. We have to make sure our place was up to code for someone who's not us, right? There may be things that like, we'll just deal with this, right? But when someone's paying for rent, they are going to also have a certain expectation of my place needs to have this, right? We need to, make sure they're paying rent, but also like have cross your T's and dots your I's. So like, right, if we've had issues with like plumbing, right? The garbage disposal not working, right? So it's also calling the plumber, at wee odds of the night or whatever to make sure that they can come out. But yeah, we finished the lease. We decided not to renew the lease.
Why?
Because they late rent. Let's just put it out there. Our expectation is that we get rent on time. It's a very clear expectation. It was outlined in the lease. We did to make sure that we really went through the lease and made sure that everything that we wanted to set as expectations was in the lease, which was signed, right? We got all of that. But unfortunately, life happens, whatever. But the expectation that rent being paid on time started to fall through. And, if it's a one-time thing, everybody's human. Then it started to become a pattern. And, that's not something that we wanted to set the precedent that was okay. So we did not renew their lease. And so now we're in the process of having to find a new tenant. And I'm not sure how much detail you're wanting to give for this situation.
So I want to stop there, and then we can continue, but I want to make sure it's digestible,
Mhm.
right? Look, we'll get right back into the amazing podcast. But if you didn't know, in 2017, we created Black Wall Street, the board game, because we thought more families needed to know about the history of Tulsa Black Wall Street. More families needed to know about the legacy of Black excellence left behind of Tulsa Black Wall Street, that we can own a Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Salon. We can have a Booker T. Washington High School. We can have an Uncle Steve's Barbecue. We can have a Renaissance man like Simon Berry, who had his own taxi service and bus service that got bought out by the city of Tulsa. We have brilliance in our DNA. We wanted to make sure that your family can play a game that teaches them about this brilliance. So we have Black Wall Street, the board game, right here. We had the first edition available in 2017. That got sold out. We're on the second edition right now, or you can get the beautiful masterpiece version of the game as well. It's up to you. Head to playblackwallstreet.com and get yourself Black Wall Street, the board game, to empower you, your family, and generations to come. Playblackwallstreet.com. Let's get back to the episode. So first things first, I think everybody and their mama wants to get, maybe everyone and our mamas want to get into real estate, right? I
Right.
feel like it's all over YouTube, it's all over Instagram. Everyone's like, oh, multifamily property, do this. Oh, the easiest way to become a millionaire is real estate. And it's like easy. It's not easy though,
It's not easy.
right? And I think the uneasy part isn't talked about often. I think the what happens when your tenant doesn't pay rent for 3 months in a row isn't something that's Googleable.
Right.
And like there was a whole bunch of steps that we needed to then learn afterwards on what you're supposed to do to legally try to get somebody out. And we just learned a lot from this process.
Yeah.
And luckily we have an amazing family of people around us and just like friends. Like again, shout out to Daniel and Megan who are able to walk us through some stuff. Shout out to my grandma who has years of real estate experience and she was able to walk us through some stuff. Shout out to my mom and my other grandma who were in real estate. So it's just like we were blessed to have a village, a kingdom of people who can be like, did you do this?
Right.
Did you send this letter? You know, you can call this person. You know, you can do this. And it's like, oh, no, we didn't know that. The internet didn't say that.
Because I'm an internet warrior.
Right.
I will search everything.
She was on there. So can we talk about just like maybe two very practical things? And I'm pointing to you because I'm one very grateful to have your amazing melanated genius mind in my life and over real estate because it was a lot of stress and I saw you going through it. Appreciate you thugging it out and getting through the barrier. Thank you for supporting the M4 show and our mission to increase the wealth of Black families.
If you received any value from this episode, any value at all, any, do us a favor and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, anything, all of them, all of them, wherever you're listening, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And after you like and subscribe, make sure you send this episode to at least one family that you really want to see win. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.